Does anyone else like a little bit of World War II strategy every once in a while? Well, I thought it might be fun if we did something a little different around here. I've been having a ton of fun playing some Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, the Ostfront, just messing around in single player. There's this fantastic thing called a dynamic campaign where it's just sort of a procedurally generated map sort of thing. I think they might be properly generated maps that you just kind of get thrown into randomly. But there's sort of a procedurally generated campaign where you get to build up your army over time, and it's persistent, so the units you save carry on and gain experience. It's a great time. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun if we have ourselves a little dynamic campaign playthrough. Our purposes for this are threefold. Number one, just to show off how damn cool this game is. If you haven't given it a shot, it's a ton of fun. Strongly recommend. Number two, a little bit educational. We'll sort of, I'm okay at it. I can hold my own, certainly in the campaign. So teach you a bit about what's good and how to war. Teach you how to war, how to do things, how to battle. And then number three, we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna be yapping a lot. If you like listening to me yap, good news. We're gonna be yapping all the way through this while we fight our way across far Eastern Europe. Far Eastern. I'm not even sure if it's entirely Europe. We're gonna be getting into Asia probably a little bit here, because I put up a poll on the channel real quick just to get sort of a vibe check on what people would want to see, and the people, they demand the Finns. Famous World War II power, Finland. We actually have, there's 5 factions you can play in this right now. I think there's 5 factions. You can play Germany, of course. You can play Russia. You can play the Americans. You can play the Commonwealth, the British and all the allies. And you can play Finland. Finland's technically on the Axis side in this. It's complicated. Finland in World War II, of course, famously, when the Germans signed their first sort of non-aggression pact with the Russians, there was like a little secret clause in there that said, and Russia's allowed to have Finland. So Russia invaded Finland very early in World War II, and the Finns at first totally kicked their ass and forced the Russians to take it much more seriously. Eventually the Russians kind of got around to taking it seriously and bringing in sort of like the full might of their forces. And of course, the Russian army is like 100 times larger than the Finnish army. So Finland was forced to sign a peace treaty then, and Russia took some land from them, kind of thing. Later on, fast forward a little bit, Finland needs help, and the only one really willing to give it to them are the Germans. So the Finns sort of ally with the Germans, and then Finland and Germany invade Russia when Germany does, of course. And then fast forward a little bit more, and Finland gets peace with people and then sort of signs up on the ally side and fights off the Germans. So Finland kind of fought everybody, but for the purposes of this war, we will be playing Finland versus Russia for the most part. Let's get going. We got a lot to get through, but I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna go too fast, right? It's sort of a laid back. Again, we're yapping here. We're talking about World War II. We're having a good time. Let's go. Single player will create a new conquest. This will be Devak and friends. That's you. You guys are the friends there. Faction will be playing Finland. We'll be playing Finland in Eastern Europe, and we'll get Ostfront and Talovista maps. Our enemy nation is the USSR. We'll crank it up to hard difficulty. I don't know if I want to go all the way to hardcore. We don't want too much suffering. Hard will be slightly reduced enemy infantry health, slightly reduced enemy accuracy. All those stats are standard, okay. Economy? It's fun to have more economy. We'll leave it on medium. And we'll leave operation, we'll juice up operation to large, at least. We'll leave the fog of war on. Good. I'm gonna get going. So the first thing we get is our wonderful army planner, where we get to choose what units we're going to bring. So the fun part of the dynamic campaign is it's all persistent. The units that you bring with, if they survive to the end of the mission, then you get them. You could take them to the next mission. If they die, you've got to either buy a new unit or pay, to replace them. You've got to pay to replace their munitions. We've got four resources. We've got money, these little stack of coins here, and the money is what we use to buy units and to replenish them if they're lost. We've got stars. The stars here allow us to do special call-ins for the support tab and call in bombing runs from planes, or more likely sort of mortar barrages, smoke barrages, artillery barrages. We've got these little beakers. The beakers allow us to get tech off our research tree, and we've got munitions, these bullets. And the munitions allow us to refill the ammunition that we use in combat. So those are the things we need to balance throughout our campaign. So first up, we'll take a look at our research tree, and we might be here for a while because the research trees, if you've ever seen them in Call to Arm, Gates of Hell, are large. There are hundreds of units we could have here, and we start off with very, very, very few unlocked. So it's one of the most overwhelming things. It's really, I think, my only complaint. Not my only complaint, but one of my main complaint with the game is the tooltip system is basically awful or non-existent. There is sort of no way to know. Okay, so over here there's a 3 HQ long-range Pioneer Squad late versus the 4 HQ long-range Patrol Squad late. We can't see any stats on these guys, right? We could go over here back to our reinforcements, and we could try and find them in here. You know, the long-range Patrol Squad late. We could click on these guys. Okay, so we could see there's, 8-man infantry unit here. We could click on each individual infantry unit. We could at least see the weapon that they have. We could see their skill levels, their hit points, their stamina. That's a little bit of something. We can't see how much it, there's also some sort of a manpower cost of how many soldiers you could bring in each of your little divisions that you're bringing with. I don't know, these are platoons or brigades or something. I don't know how we're actually dividing this up military wise, but basically we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then each of these can hold progressively more. These look little helmet icons. I'm gonna call them manpower, I guess. How much manpower you can carry in at a time. Anyways, let's go back to our research tree. The research tree, the tooltips suck. It's hard to know what you're getting, so the only way to know is to play and figure it out. So part of that's why I'm here. I'm going to tell you what we're doing and what we like. First off, we start with our officer unlocked, so we're going to unlock call-in stage 2. We'll research that. That allows us to have a second division here that we could call in. Our first division can hold 60 manpower. Our second division can hold 80 manpower. So we could have, we can call in extra stuff. And that one's free, so it doesn't cost anything. We start with 6 of our little beakers for research, and where we apply those is very critically important because we start with very, very few things unlocked. We've got, an anti-tank detachment, which we don't care about too much, an ammo crate, which we do care about. We've got some military police, some reservist rifles. There's so much in here. Oh my God, there's 50 infantry things we could unlock. What do we want to unlock? Let's talk about what we want. Let's talk about some goals here, maybe, and then as we go down the tree. Of course, we want to progress through here. Eventually, we want to unlock our different call-in stages to have extra sort of divisions to call in. We kind of want to unlock defenses. So the cadence of these things are, you fight an offensive mission where you're trying to take points from the enemy, and then you fight a defensive mission where the enemy's attacking your points, and you're just sort of trying to hold out long enough. So these small, medium, large defenses give us extra units that we could put to defend our territory. Those are good. Then underneath these command things, these are where our support abilities that we could unlock, mortar barrages, artillery barrages, that sort of thing. Here's a line of anti-tank stuff. I don't really like these early ones, but a Panzerschreck team is pretty good. Anti-tank squad's pretty good, but those are sort of expensive. We can see they're 5 and 3 to unlock over there, and we got to get the preceding stuff. So we're not going to worry about those. Our points are super, super valuable. We do want eventually probably a supply truck. An ammo crate is fine, but a supply truck is way, way more efficient. We'll want that eventually, but not right now. Here are engineers. You got field engineers, miners, flamethrowers, heavy engineers. Flamethrowers are super meta in PvP, but I don't use them too much against PvE stuff. Maybe I should, but what we will want is heavy engineers eventually. These are a unique engineer unit for the Finns that actually have a special ability to build coastal gun emplacements. It's sick as hell. We'll show you it when we get there. But that's a goal, heavy engineers. Panzer nests, I've been told, are super fun. I've never actually used them. They're basically just a machine gun encased in concrete. Maybe if we get the spare points, we'll go up to a panzer nest. That sounds fun. All right, and then this gigantic infantry tree. What do we like here? I think eventually we want elite snipers to play around with. The Finns, famous for their snipers. What's the guy? I think his name is Simo or something. Nicknamed the White Death. The Finns famously have the Finnish sniper from World War II. A famous guy they did tons of propaganda about and everything. But allegedly has like 500 confirmed kills as a sniper. Absolutely insane. Sort of the most kills of a single person like in any war ever, practically. It's pretty wild. So elite sniper is super cool. We would love to get that guy. CC commandos might be fun to play with. I don't care too much about these HQ long range things. I do sort of want to come over up to veteran marksmen, which are super neat. They're like a whole squad of snipers. Would be fun to play with. Then I think out of all this, the Swedish rifles are super good, but I don't want to get them right now. I'd play with them before. If you were playing by yourself, I would recommend just right away grabbing a bunch of, like, going into the Swedish Jaegers, and you could just use only these guys, and they'll kick ass the whole game. But I think our other sort of long-term goal is the Usima cavalry. These guys are super awesome. I think we might want an Usima cavalry rifle squad late, something like that. Those guys would be super awesome. That's a little long-term goal for us. We got machine guns, which we don't care too much about because we're gonna fulfill our machine gun role with our flak guns. We got mortars. Mortars are fun. Maybe a goal for us would be the Minenwerfer here. Super cool. It's 17 centimeters, which is a gigantic mortar shell, basically like building flattening. Super fun. That would be fun to play with. Maybe we'll go for that. And then anti-aircraft guns, flak guns. Flak is super strong in this whole game. If you haven't had a chance to play with it, the flak guns are amazing. So we'll start with them. We're gonna go up to this 20 LTK40 VKT. This is like this super neat double-barreled emplaced flak gun thing. I don't think we need more than that right away. There's also a variant where you put it on the back of a truck, which is super cool, but that's an extra 2 points at least to get that, and I don't think I want to do that right away. These late game, the bigger flak, the high caliber flak guns actually are totally awesome at anti-tank and anti-everything, so we'll probably get those eventually. Also in this tree we have the Landsverk, an anti-aircraft tank. Super good. It's pretty pricey, 8 beakers to unlock, but we'll probably get it anyways because it's dope as hell. Think like if the German, the Wirbelwind, the Ostwind, like a big flak anti-air turret on top of a tank, which you could just point at the ground and anti-air all of the infantry and their squishy little bodies with your flak guns. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. We've got a really large tree of sort of field pieces. I think the top part of this is mostly straight shot anti-tank kind of stuff, and then the bottom part I think is more artillery howitzers kind of thing. There's a ton of stuff in here. Our standouts in here are probably, we want to get up to this goofy boy, this sort of weird little low profile anti-tank gun, the 75K44. That's supposed to be super dope. And then down here, I've had recommended to me which one was it? I think this 122 H1030. This is supposed to be very good, but also you can get into absolutely absurd things like the 210. I think the 210 reference is like a 210 millimeter, so a 21 centimeter shell. It's huge. It's maybe more than that. I don't know. Regardless, it's gigantic. It's like a railway gun. It's insane. Well, if we play long enough, we go up there. That'll be fun. Then we've got finally sort of armored vehicles, of which the Finns are famously terrible at. A lot of the Finnish stuff is either borrowed from the Russian military or borrowed from the German military. You know, the Finns not famous for their home production of heavy armor materials and things like that. But so we've got some light armor vehicles. We're gonna ignore almost all of these. The Finn faction in this game actually has really excellent infantry, so we'll be leaning into that a little bit more. And they do not have excellent armor. However, we might try to go up to this BT-42, which I haven't played with, but I'm told is extremely fun. This is a gigantic turret, sort of bolted on top of some regular old tank chassis. So it's this huge glass cannon kind of thing. We might get into that. And then you've got some German stuff, some Stug, some Panzerkampfwagens. You've got some Russian stuff, T-34s, KV-1s. But I don't think we care too much about that. We probably won't go too heavy into the armor tree. Anyways, we got 4 more points. What are we gonna spend them on? Do we want better infantry? Do we want engineers yet? We could get heavy engineers. Let's go straight into the heavy engineers. That'll be cool. They're fucking awesome. I love those guys. I'm gonna even pull a flamethrower out for funsies, maybe. That's fine. All I think we really want, I'm already regretting, I sort of wanted the flak trucks, but it's fine. Okay, we need a crap load of infantry, and we'll just do cheap ones early in the game. We'll get our better infantry later. Military police versus reservist rifle squads. I think they're about the same. Same hit points, same stamina, same stats. The reservist rifle squads are a little more, actually have a machine gun on them, so maybe we'll bring them. Okay. We're gonna just do a crap load of infantry. And then the other stuff we unlocked, this, of course we have to scroll through this giant tree. Medics we'll get later on. We could do a flamethrower, we'll load in. We'll grab some heavy engineers, why not? They're fun. And maybe just one heavy engineer right now, and we'll put in 2 of the flak guns we picked up. Nope, we've out of money. Shit. I forgot about them. I forgot that things cost money. I shouldn't have bought that extra engineer. Never mind, we'll sell him and we'll take a second flak gun. And this will just be our army. 2 flak guns, a heavy engineer, and a crap load of reservist rifles. The engineer we don't need early. I forgot that we had to spend money for things. Okay, so we click in and we go and we pick our map. We could do either this map here, which is a little less risky, pays out 400 money, 200 munitions to research, or this one, 200 money, 100 munitions for research. We want our research early. We want to unlock stuff, so we'll go with this one. Even though it's a 2-star over a 1-star, it's no big deal. We haven't even put anything in our second division because we don't have enough money for it. That's fine. Let's just go. Let's get into the game. We've been yapping for almost 20 minutes already. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for hanging out. You're really only here if you like to hear me talk. Because that's all we're doing. We're just talking about the Finns and looking through tech trees, which is honestly one of my favorite things to do. The tech trees rather than the Finns. I'm sure the Finns are lovely, but I don't know enough about them to talk too intelligently on the subject. Okay, so we start off with where we're going to deploy, and we can see on the map these red circles. Those are where we're trying to capture, and we could see these arrows, which is where the enemy reinforcements are coming from. All right, so let's call in our troops, and we need to head to the west. We got to take this town over here, and then there's sort of a little ditch, and then we got to take a town up there, but we got enemy reinforcements coming in. So the way that these things normally work in our attack missions is there'll be defenders on the objectives, and then there will also be reinforcements coming in to help them out, or to counterattack kind of thing. So we need to try to overwhelm defenders, but at the same time be aware that we're going to have to fight off enemy counterattacks as well. For the early game, we don't have a ton of tools. obviously. So we're just gonna sort of creep up with a human wave. We're gonna try and move our flak guns here, our dual sort of machine guns. These things are super cool. Very, very cool. We're gonna try and move these into position and let them do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Technically, the enemy, as they hold the control points, their points will tick up here. I think they lose points if they lose men. We get points, and they get points if they kill men. Likewise, I think we lose points if we lose men and get points if we kill men. But our fail condition is really if we run out of men before we're able to take the points. Okay, so here's my thought. I want some people up. We're gonna put a squad up in these bushes, and we're gonna stick a flak gun in a reasonable position here. Now, line of sight is super, super important in Gates of Hell. You can't shoot anything that you can't see, and in fact, in order to get good line of sight, we kind of need to get over this little hill here, down here. So I'm trying to put in like trying to get some infantry to get vision, and I'm trying to put our flak gun in a good spot here to guard us from any of the enemy reinforcements that might be coming from the north. I don't want them to hit my flank while I'm trying to F up this village here. Okay, it looks all right. We could use our engineers actually. We can get them working to guard this northern flank. Now, for our engineer, we can do this very fun thing where we go into our emplacement options and we place coastal gun emplacement, which is just as cool as you think. And it actually gets built in 3 stages, where we build the base and some gunfire. There's some guys across the water there. We build the base, and then we build the wall around it, and then we build the gun in it. It's very unique. Nobody else can really do that kind of thing. Oh yes, the flak gun's getting some targets to fire at here. Maybe we want to creep forward even a little bit more to try and make sure we're in range of these guys, because it would be nice to be able to. I think these are the reinforcements coming in from the north. It would be real nice to be able to spray them with some flak while they're walking across the water here. Can you get anything from this spot? Yes, you can. Oh, glorious. And we're probably not going to do any more sort of like offensive work with our engineers, so maybe we'll just get our second. We have 2 engineers, so we could build 2 of our coastal guns. We'll just get to work on that as well up here. Build a second one here to sort of watch the crossing. Oh, okay. So vehicle came in over here. No, it was like a machine gun, but made quick work of them with our flak gun. All right, let's get to this village assault here. So we've got 3 squads of our reservists. We'll start sending in, and we'll sort of keep them covered with this flak gun back here. There's got to be a bunch of Germans in this town. You can see a couple of them running through. Basically, we're gonna just gonna work on we don't got a ton to work with right now, so we're gonna just do sort of a human wave assault here. That flak gun is so dope. It's so cool watching it sort of every once in a while just sort of spray hot lead downfield. Okay, these guys move up. Use some cover. We'll try and spread out to get into the town. We can also sort of walk our flak gun up as well. See if we can get into these trenches over here. Early in the game, the enemy doesn't have a lot to work with. Their units and their power sort of scale up as you get more units and things. So early on, they've got like some reservists. I've got some reservists. It's not that big a deal. Lovely, lovely. And then, of course, famously, what the game is really known for is being able to go real time, first person, and grab units and control them yourself here. Oh, I get shot. We'll lie down. We'll go back out. We'll tell him to bandage up. Grab someone else. And going first person usually works nicely because you're a lot more accurate when you can control it yourself. You can also do third person where you take control of a guy, but you have sort of an overhead view. So I'll take a control of a guy, I'll go up here and I'll try and get a grenade in this trench. Oh yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty good. Oh, it was a Molotov, love that for us. Okay, we got some enemy vehicles coming in here. We don't have a line of sight on them with our flak gun. Our flak gun ought to be able to pen that if we can get sight on it. So we'll try and walk right up here and see if that gives us visibility of it. Can we see it from here? Take control of it. Oh yes! He's dead as fuck. Oh, he's not dead. He's still alive. Give him another volley. It's not a perfect angle to work with there. Yeah, I lost a lot of infantry from that as well. We'll send these guys up to get in these trenches. Uh-oh. Enemy field piece over there. So we gotta start building our second part here, and we lost our flak gun because there's a 76mm over there. We'll rush it with our infantry, see if we can. We gotta get this artillery piece down. You know, like in the likes of company heroes and stuff, you know, anti-tank gun is only good against, you know, tanks and stuff. In this game, if you got an anti-tank gun, you just load it with some high explosive ammunition, and all of a sudden it's good against everything. Also, let's fucking steal this thing. You guys, grab this gun, wheel it back to our lines, please. And we're still suffering from this guy here, actually. I don't know if we're gonna. Unfortunately, the terrain was sort of holding us down here. We couldn't get a good shot on him, I don't think. Can we get him here? Not really. Okay, let's try over here. We gotta be able to hit him from here, right? Ideally, I think we'd like to put more shots into the hull, if we could. Oh, we got high explosive ammo. Oh, we're out of our armor-piercing ammo? Ooh, okay, we might have a hard time dealing with that guy. His armor is gonna be not much. Everybody lie down. Everybody lie down in your trenches. Try not to get shot. We tell everyone to bandage up. We grab a whole squad. We tell them to heal, so they'll all sit down and use their bandages. Okay, this guy's coming a little bit closer. Does this gun? Oh, this gun's out of ammo. That's why he's messed up. We didn't bring any of our extra ammo. There's one dinky little T-26. Look at this little sucker here. Two little Maxim guns up there. The good news is we got our guys in trenches, so they're pretty resilient to this sort of thing. This field gun over here, could we get close enough this way maybe that we could put some hurt on him? Let's fall back here. It's not going great actually for the first mission. We're struggling a little bit, and I'm worried we're gonna run out of ammo on our flak guns. And we're starting to even lose this point because a lot of infantry are pushing up in it. Where's my field gun? My stolen field gun. Are we in range? We're still a little. When you mouse over him, there's a red number, so it says 173 meters away, 172, 171. That's the distance. And if it's red, we can't hit him there. So I think we need to get up to like 150 or 160 or something. We will also have our coastal guns done real soon. We can man those, and those might wreck it as well. Field engineers hard at work. Have we got range? Have we got line of sight for this guy? Can you see this thing? Don't get shot. I need you guys to man these coastal guns. Okay, our stolen field piece is shooting at something. I don't think he's got an angle necessarily. Ay. Losing a lot of infantry. Sometimes the enemy just gets sort of a rough line of sight to work with, or you buy a bunch of field engineers for an offensive mission, which didn't make a lot of sense, and things go rough. But their tank is now driving towards our field piece, at least. This stolen 76mm light infantry gun. We've got armor-piercing, high explosive rounds loaded. There it is, I think. Nope, he's not quite dead. That one bounced. These guys got to get out of their gun and tell them to lie down. There's no ammunition in their gun anyways. But our coastal guns are done. We'll man these. And... okay, that's already... he did go down over there. Can you guys deal with that infantry, please? You should have high explosive shells. Switch to high explosive ammo. Make sure these guns are manned, and that'll at least protect us from this angle. Fighter at will. Are you guys not able to aim downward? They might have a very flat trajectory in these coastal guns, actually, which would make it a little awkward to shoot these closer up units. But, alright, let's see what we got here. Do we have any ammo left? Oh no, this gun's out of ammo too, actually. So ammo's a big problem with us. Let's rally what infantry we have left. Everybody stand up and shoot these guys. There can't be too many Germans left either, or Russians, not Germans. And we'll just use this stolen field gun to do some work for us, I suppose. We'll run him over there. We could also use this engineer. We could go fix up this little wrecked mini bike. We can use our engineer. We can even fix up this tank, because it didn't blow up all the way. We just kind of wrecked it and they had to get out. All right. Anyways, we've got about a squad of men left. And we need to assault this this last point here. I think the plan is we will slowly. Now, if we had a proper vehicle, we could tow this guy. But right now, we're gonna slowly push this stolen 76mm gun. We can look in his inventory here. Actually, we could see he's still got 2 armor-piercing shells left and 29 high explosive shells. So, high explosive is mostly what we're interested in. We can plop him down and use him to sort of shell this far bank. Ooh, nice. That one was actually in range of our coastal gun there, so that's fine. Should have brought ammunition. I forgot how much ammo those flat guns really chew through. We'll move some infantry up carefully. We gotta cross this river. We gotta kill who is over here. This might be actually be an okay spot, right? Hereabouts. Mostly I want like some support pieces like these field guns and things to help deal with his infantry, even though those are just conscripts and stuff. We want to be able to deal with his infantry without having to kill him with our own infantry, which we are rather low on at the moment because a lot of them got chewed up by that that light tank that came through. Okay. Keep those guys in cover. We'll bound up to the next piece of cover. We've got a field gun on this position. So far, so good. I think we'll get it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine in the very first mission of the game. Normally, these are a bit more of a cakewalk. This one was not, because we just had that sort of bad position where we didn't have anything that could fire on that light tank. Normally, the flat guns even will tear those light tanks up pretty well because their armor is nothing to write home about. Okay, there's some baddies over there. Can this gun put any fire on them? Nope, they're slightly out of range, actually. 76 light infantry gun. Crap. Why is there fire here? Did someone throw a Molotov? Anyway, we do have that tank almost repaired, actually, so we could turn it on them even. And we're almost in range with our stolen field gun. Ooh, the coastal gun back here. Hella range on them. They can shoot 200 meters. That's insane. Those are so good, actually. They take a long time to build, but they're so good. Okay, now our field gun's in range. We could even take direct control of him. Let's shoot these guys. We wait for it to zero in a little bit, and boom. Okay, he just killed like 8 guys in one shot. We don't hate that. We don't hate that at all. That's exactly what we want to have happening. Clear out some infantry with some fire support. Just for good measure, we'll sort of lay some fire down the line there. Okay, mucho better. Grab all our infantry again here. We're going to tell them to heal up real quick. Bandage yourselves. And then, hoorah! Forward, everyone! We give the command to stand up, and we tell them to run forward. We got to get bodies on the point so we can gain control of it. Actually, we're going to send one guy back because I do want him to man that flak gun so we don't lose it entirely. And there was something over here on the map. I can see this little like triangle means there's... Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy too. There's like a machine gun or something up here. Maybe a mortar. I don't see it on the map though. Is there a machine gun somewhere up here? Oh, there it is. An incendiary launcher. Oh, it's very low to the ground. This little sucker here. What the hell is that? A Molotov launcher. I've never even seen that sucker. It's super damaged, so we can't do anything with it. Oh well. Anyway, one thing that we do put a high priority on is grabbing any equipment off of the field that we can. Scavenged equipment that we could steal, either manning it ourselves or repairing the enemy's equipment, and then taking it with our men. That's super important because even if we don't want to keep it, because this is a continuous, campaign here, we could take it with us and then sell it, which is an important way to get the extra money you need to buy the units you need and maintain your army and so on and so forth. You can see this circle slowly filling up. We're capturing this terrain. We've got 4.5 capture strength on it. That's just from our infantry standing on it. So this will complete real soon, and we'll have finished our mission. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, went totally according to plan, no problems whatsoever. You can continue, in which case you can go through and kind of scavenge the battlefield, which we will do a lot, but right now I think we're good. So we'll close that out. All good. Victory, we've won. Killed 94 infantry, we lost 23, we blew up 2 vehicles. Alright, not too bad. I mean, it was pretty bad actually. It didn't go well at all. But victory nonetheless. We need to be a little more thoughtful about how we spend our points, and we need to make sure we're bringing supplies because those flak guns eat up munitions like crazy. So we got some resources for completing the map. We got some resources for the risk factor. I think maybe if you fight harder maps, you get more resources. You get a little payback. You get some refund on the amount of units that you've lost. So we've got some money to work with. You can also look at game result where it tells you like infantry and vehicle kills. You can see your best units. My best unit was my stolen 76mm that blew up 2 vehicles and 15 infantry. Units, details, history of like what happened in the match. Yeah, a lot of details, a lot of stuff you can look at. Anyway, I don't want this shitty tank, so we're gonna take him. We're gonna sell him for 73. What's the Finnish money? They're probably on euros now. Let me hold on. Finnish money? Do the Finns? They use the euro now. It replaced the Finnish, the marka, FIM. They were probably on the marka at this time, which was the currency of 1860 to 2002. The marka. I'm not gonna remember that, but let's sell this guy for 73 markas. I don't want this little bicycle either, this little motorcycle with a machine gun on it. We stole that as well. We'll sell that for 38 markas. This thing, the a pulomet. I've never seen before. An incendiary launcher. I don't know what to do with this. What to make of it. Incendiary launcher. Should we try and keep it? See what it does? It would cost $60 to resupply, 60 marcas, or 78. We could sell it for 78 marcas. Let's keep it, because it's fucking weird. I've never even seen that before. We could resupply all of our stuff now. 180 marcas and 468 munitions to resupply everything. And we could keep this 76mm field gun. It's not great, but it's fine for now. Okay, let's do it. We'll resupply everything. We could stick this... You know what we need, actually, here in this first division? We need to buy, like, some trucks. Do we start with any trucks unlocked? Because it would be nice to be able to tow these guns into place. Do we have any trucks unlocked? Yes, we could get a Latil M2 TL6. It's got 3 towing capacity. It's these little sort of chain link here with 3 dots above it. And then over here on this gun, we can see it's got this weight with 1 dot. So we need at least 1 towing capacity. We've got 3 towing capacity out of this truck. Let's do it. We'll add 2 trucks to this army, and we could use them to tow around these flak guns. That's perfect. We also have our second division here. We can put some of our stolen stuff in there. We could put a truck in there to tow this gun. This one is not towed, so we'll have to just huff it. And we've got a little bit of extra research. We got 8 beakers. What do we want to do with them? What do we want to do with them? We could go into more... We could try to get up to the Landsverk. I feel like the Landsverk, it's expensive, but it also will absolutely annihilate these early missions. Maybe that's our goal. Maybe that's our goal. A Landsverk. It's really cool. Wait till you see it. It's so fun. And also, in the process, we're unlocking other stuff we like. This is a much larger AA piece, the 40 LTK. I think that means it's a 40mm gun, which is pretty solid. We still have 6 points left. Maybe we just save them up because we need 8 to unlock the Landsverk. So what we will have ourselves now is a defensive mission. So we could see if we do select campaign, we will fight over this spot here, which will pay us out some money, some munitions. We are operation map defending now. So we can confirm that. We could even look at the map, I think. You can look at battle location down here. Oh, that's very helpful. We've got a actual sort of grainy aerial photography. Looks like a rail yard, maybe? It's kind of might be a little rough to fight in, but we'll figure it out. And we've got 400 marcas we could spend here. I don't think I want to go all the way into these light field guns. I don't know that those really do it for me. This is the new AT gun we unlocked. Pretty beast, actually. Pens 62mm of armor at up to 200 meters. That's very solid. And it takes 2 towing. Maybe we'll grab one of those boys. Ooh, they're quite expensive. They really sort of broke our budget. We'll put a truck in to carry them as well. We still got 3 squads of infantry, which is maybe a tad light, but should be fine. This is a defensive mission. Yeah, we don't got enough money. The only other thing I'm thinking... Recon or smoke. We could... no, never mind. We'll sit on it. We'll make do with what we got. Bare bones will be fine. Let's do it. Let's jump into our defense mission. Let's keep the good times rolling. Thanks for joining me, folks. We are battling against the Russians with our noble Finnish warriors here. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Now, the defensive missions are fun. So you have 2 points, 2 or 3. Sometimes there's 3, I think, that you have to defend now, and you get a few minutes to sort of, you still sort of spawn in the same way, and you get a few minutes to kind of run up and set up your defenses before attacks start coming. And it's really a sort of, almost a tower defense in a way. Although instead of towers, what we're doing is field guns and flat guns and all that good stuff. Okay, so looks like they're coming from the north. Unfortunately, our points are kind of equidistant, so we kind of need to defend both of them. I would really prefer if there was one further out that we could defend without having to defend both of these, but that's fine. We need to get our our heavy engineers out there as quickly as possible so they can get to work building those field guns. We also have all these nice trucks now. We could tell them to pick up all of these heavy weapons. And now that we can drive them around, we'll make our lives much easier without having to just slowly walk these things across the map. All right, we got a lot of good set pieces here. We should be just fine to guard 2 points. I don't love the sight lines on this one over here. We have sort of like a woods. The trouble with sort of this hilly woods, right, is they can get right on top of us before we can see them. So we might need to sort of, maybe if we post up a little bit up on top of this hill here, we can kind of get a decent view of what's coming in front of us. All right, we'll worry about it when we get our guys there. For now, everybody's loading up and driving out in their trucks and running across fields and stuff. Okay, when this engineer gets here, where do I want my field gun? We gotta get to work building our emplacement because it takes a long time to build up, but our coastal gun emplacement can't be built here. Can't build it inside trees. We could just put them right here maybe, which sort of covers the far bank and also the road if anything tries to come down the road. I don't hate that idea. So we'll get him to work there. And then our other engineer on this side. Bad guys again, probably coming down the road. So we'll put can we get a coastal emplacement up here? We can. Perfect. Like on top of this hill, give us a nice little view. All right, that'll work. Got to get the engineers working because it takes a long time to get those coastal emplacements finished. We can unload some of these guns and then get the trucks out of the way. And we also want to make sure our field pieces up here are sort of on high ground if possible. Oh, we didn't bring any supplies. Scheisse. Scheisse is no good. We gotta learn some curse words in Finnish. We needed some Finnish cursing, which I have no idea. Let's see. We need to kind of see if we could like spread these guys out in the woods or something. It's not a lot of cover to work with here. One of the nice things in the game is actually it's your infantry squads, right? You can break them apart. You grab a single infantryman, run him off to do a job, right? You can do all kinds of stuff, making sure your infantry go exactly where you want them to be. It can be a little fiddly, but it's also like really cool. You could grab like 2 guys from this squad and 2 guys from this squad and make a new squad out of them practically. It's very, very cool. Okay, we've got this fancy flak gun and this sort of tiny flak gun. I am a little concerned about running out of ammunition. Let's hope they don't send too many Russians. Russians famously don't send too many people to attack, just a couple. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's check our sight lines, make sure this gun looks okay. We'll grab control of him and walk him a little bit forward, make sure he's on the peak of this hill. Whoop, we didn't mean to shoot there. Fortunately, we did not kill anybody, which we very much could have. We're going to grab all our infantrymen, we're going to tell them to lie down so that they're... Mostly what I want them doing is providing vision. We got a gun up here. This looks pretty good. We'll shred anyone coming down that a ways. Okay. Got a couple of trucks back here in case we need them. And hard at work on our emplacements. This guy's almost done with his actually, so we want to get him working on phase 2. Good, good. How about over here? That guy's still working. And we need to do something with this flak gun. I think we did want to put it on top of this hill over here somewhere. Back this truck up. The towing stuff can be a little bit janky. At the same time, it also it feels like it works better than it does in Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty, Company Heroes. Constantly annoyed by the towing in Company Heroes. Okay, we're gonna move this guy right up again to the top of this hill here. This little, not much of a hill, but we want to make sure he's got as good a line of sight as possible. All right, and then we'll emplace him Oh, we can even build sandbags around it. We'll tell him to build sandbags. And we'll drop this gun and get that truck out of the way. And we'll check our sight lines over here. Pretty good. Maybe we'll move up a little bit so we don't have that tree in the way of us. We would be ashamed to have them fire into the tree. And look, this guy's built his sandbag, so he's got a nice little placed position here. I think those sandbags are so low they're not really going to do anything, but it's fine. It's fine. That guy needs to get on phase 2 of his coastal gun. Please, please, please. And I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll pull the drivers out of these trucks because they're not really doing anything for us now. And we're gonna repurpose them to be our infantrymen that will work the coastal gun when it's done. We could probably use a couple more. We'll bring a couple of these reservist guys back as well. We'll put like 4 people on the gun. I think the guns can hold a crew of 5. Nice, this one's almost done. We just need to build the gun emplacement, and then we ought to be all good over here. And we need people to crew this as well. We'll use the drivers over here as well. You guys don't get to relax just because you're truck drivers. You're truck drivers and also coastal gun users. You've been promoted to artilleryman. And now we just kind of wait. And we shouldn't have to wait too much longer, but fortunately we're pretty well ensconced. I think maybe we do a little bit of work making sure these guys are all at least like laying down in bushes and things. I think being in bushes makes them harder to see, especially if they're laying down. So that's one thing we want to make sure we're doing with the infantry. Again, the infantry in this for our purposes here are sort of a screen. We want them to slow down the enemy because we want the enemy to sort of stop to try to fight the infantry and then get blasted by our field pieces, our set weapons teams. Okay, we see the arrows up here. That means the enemy is coming in. Let's check this side. These guys are laying down, mostly in bushes. Should be good. I'm slightly concerned if bad guys come up through the woods here. Maybe our field guns and stuff might not be able to hit up there. We'll worry about that when we get there, I guess. Oh, and here we've got this thing. It's a Molotov launcher, 125 millimeter incendiary launcher. What the hell does that do? Let's test fire it. Okay, we take control. How far does it shoot? Not super far. Maybe 110 meters. All right, let's chalk a Molotov off. Dunk. Oh, look at it! It does indeed launch like a little Molotov. It just a little chunk of flame. It's got 30 of them. 125 millimeter AZH2 glass ampules. That is janky as hell. I love it. Okay. So the enemy spawned in, probably mostly infantry. They could also have some very light vehicles and things. Oh, this guy wasn't even working on it yet. Get that field gun up there, because I think it is done over here. Perfect. We'll put those guys in on the field gun. We can also grab our heavy engineer. He can build all sorts of fun stuff. We could say, give us barricades, barbed wire, anti-tank traps, a large foxhole. Maybe we put a big foxhole in the woods up on the top of this hill here. Let's do that. Oh, and we got baddies in the east. Incoming a T-37. A couple of T-37s, although we got our bigger flat gun up here. Absolutely wrecking these things. Oh, get booked, Russians. And we got baddies across the bridge here. Also getting totally wrecked. We'd love to see it. It would be even more wrecked if we had this coastal gun ready. Pretty good though. They are pushing in. Ooh, direct hit right here. Ruined the entire squad. Okay. A lot of Russian infantrymen here, but it seems like it's mostly this thing is annihilating them. We could... Let's take this guy here, since they seem to be mostly coming from this direction. We're gonna grab this guy who was up on this hill on the right-hand side, and we're gonna shift him over here to help cover the waterway. I want him to be able to fire without getting in trouble with like being in the line of sight of other stuff that could be firing. Maybe we put him like halfway up this hill. That'd probably be fine. Okay, more infantry coming in here. They're getting absolutely annihilated by this flak. Was this properly 40 millimeters? 40 PSA VJ4. I assume the 40 means 40 millimeters. It's a pretty banging flak gun. Because these guns are shooting 20 millimeters, right? 20 PSV. Okay. Now he's set up there. He should spray some hot lead on stuff. Oh, there it is. It's beautiful. Okay. Looks good. We've got a lot of infantry sort of laying down in the woods here. We could shift some infantry over here to get some better visibility across the river. Hold on, we don't need our inventories open. Here comes 45 millimeter artillery. That's got to be in range. I want my flak gun to wreck that, please. Please hit that. Please hit that before he shoots us. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. It did get a shot off, took out a reservist. Poor fellow. Oh, now, one of the joys of the attacking missions I find are quite stressful. Rather difficult to get done. The defending missions, oftentimes, not so stressful. Oftentimes you get to kind of sit back and just sort of annihilate stuff, which is really fun. Really, really fun. More baddies coming up the road here. We got T-72. I'm a little concerned we're shooting a lot. You can see this guy's already vetted up to 4 stars, which is really nice. He's got 52, 55 kills in 3 vehicles. Absolutely wrecking. I maybe have undervalued these guys. I mean, he is single-handedly annihilating this other team. However, we're burning through ammo pretty quickly. We've got 44 high explosive shots left, 124 armor piercing. And we got a vehicle coming up that way. You load your AP, please. And can we get any shots on this guy? I don't. He's behind the rocks. Okay, we can't hit him right now. Oh, we also have infantry coming across here. Oop, they are, however. Enemy bomber expect air attacks. We've got flat guns. We better shoot that sucker down. Where's that bomber at? I think we can manually shoot him down. We can also just let the AI do it. I don't want to get bombed. You flat guns better do your gosh dang job. It really, really sucks to be bombed. Okay. He's coming over for this position. We have just this one flat gun here, I think, right? Flat gun? Shoot him? The coastal gun can shoot at him? Okay, I think we got him. Oh, ooh! Damn near landed on us. Oh, they're shooting at the pilot came down. Hit him with the Molotov launcher. Never mind, he's dead AF. Okay, we also got a little vehicle coming up here. It already got cleaned up. So far, so good. And how long do we have to wait? We gotta wait till our points tick up every time we kill stuff, and they also tick up from holding our objectives. So we wait till our 1,000 points fills up. Also, the enemy has a finite amount of call-ins. You know, I think they get sort of the same divisional kind of loadout where they can call in up to like 5 divisions to attack, sort of thing. Obviously, they're not divisions, but you know what I mean. Oh, we got our little advanced foxhole done here from our engineer, so we'll get our guys into there. Nice. Nice. Very defensible. Something else coming down the road, another T-37. No big deal. These guns ought to clear that up, no problem. These coastal guns actually slap so hard. 75mm heavy AA guns. They call them AA guns, but they're sort of all-purpose. 75mm shells can pierce just about anything through most of the war. And not to mention the high explosive shells give bloody hell to any infantry that they can hit. Go ahead and peek your head out there, little tank. We would love to blow you up. He's hiding behind the building. That's fine. Ooh, a lot of infantry coming in here. Don't love that. Can we hit him with the Molotov launcher? No, they're out of range, of course. Oh, actually, the launcher, it overshot and landed perfectly right on the squad of them. Oh, we'll just start chucking fire into the woods. What could go wrong? This thing is not very good. We're gonna sell it for sure, but it's kind of fun. Oh, that one actually got some guys. Why are we not? I guess this thing here can't see them real well. Yeah, I told you earlier I was concerned about them coming over this ridge through these woods and not having the ability to deal with that real well. We could grab some of the infantry from this side, run them over into the woods here, I think would be a way to go. Because there's a lot of guys coming through here. Ideally, I want some sort of like a... Oop, they're getting shot by a tank. Someone blow that tank up. Ideally, we'd want some way to get a machine gun or a flak gun up on this hill to really sort of deal with them. Actually, there's a field piece up there too. That's not ideal. See if we can get close. Maybe put a grenade on him or something. Okay, there's a bad guy around the corner here, so we gotta stop that guy. Ooh, someone's blasting me. Oh, there's a bunch of guys back there. A whole nother squad's coming in. Okay. I don't super love it. The far side's a-okay back here. These guys having no problems whatsoever. But looking pretty good. This 37mm. It's not that. It's a teeny tiny little gun back there. Okay, and it's mostly dead. Mostly our problem is the infantry running through the woods there. If they like crest that ridge, this gun. Nope, this gun's out of ammo. I was worried about the ammo. Fortunately, some of these field guns are still firing quite well. Yowza. A little more contested than I wanted it over here because we don't have good visibility up here. Our one engineer actually is hiding in the trench, shooting people with his pistol if they come by. We are still... The Molotov has not killed anyone yet, apparently. That's disappointing. No. No, the Molotov's dead. Oh, we ran out of ammo on the flak gun there. That's our big problem, I think. Okay, I want to try to like get some guys down this way, see if we can like flank and steal some of those vehicles and stuff. I think our field gun probably is getting a little light on the ammo. Should be okay. On the far side, let's go and just try and sort of steal some of these vehicles that we've been blowing up. Might as well. One's completely destroyed, and then 2 of them are disabled. It's fine. You guys get off of this. Pull your rifles out and shoot that man, please. Thank you. Okay. Anyways, where were we back here? Let's see if we can sneak up. There's another field gun back here. It's causing me some grief. Oh, it's not a field gun, it's a machine gun. And then there's a field gun behind him. Dang. Okay. Starting to run a little low on infantry on this side. We're about to win, but I would really like to be able to clean them out. Say what we'll smoke around this corner here. Heal, please. All those guys running up on you right now. Fortunately, we're hiding in the smoke at the moment. Alright, good, good, good. Now we know there's a machine gun over there. Oh, we don't have a anti-infantry grenade here. Nice, we shot that guy dead. Can you climb up? I don't have any grenades. Funny enough, these guys have anti-tank grenades, which I think are just like Molotovs, actually. But they shot him at point blank range. Never mind, both those guys are dead. Because there's like another gun over here. Tricky, tricky. We're actually almost in danger of losing this point if they were to press forward anymore. This guy's got some ammo on him. This is one infantryman here still. Magically, our heavy engineer over here survived the infantry assault. He's got a couple of grenades on him, but I don't know if I want to risk him climbing out of his foxhole. We might just let the timer tick through. Gosh, it would be nice to steal all that equipment back there, though. But I don't have much in the way of infantry that I could send. It's been a harder fought than I'd expected it to be. I expected these first couple of missions really to kind of breeze through them. This thing did amazing though. 67 kills, 4 vehicle kills. This guy ran out of ammo. But his flat guns run out of ammo quick. We need to prioritize getting more ammo crates for sure. Field gun here blew up four people. Tell you what, we could grab a couple of the infantry off the field gun. Go this way. I think the enemy is no longer pushing forward. They're probably out of infantry too, as like their last infantryman walking forward. Usually they're hesitant to... there is a 76mm gun right there. How close could I get to that? Can we get close enough to grenade it is the question. Oh, I think he sees us. Get up and run! Don't get shot in the face. Oh yes, the grenade gets off. Boom! Takes out 2. 1 guy left. Can you get him with your pistol? Yes! What a fucking legend. Single-handedly cleared out this 76mm. Alright. I do still have a grenade left over here. We could try to see if maybe we could flank around and get that last other gun. We got some light reinforcements coming in. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get down. Some light reinforcements coming in that will be able to pick up this field gun over here for us. $977, $978. We're almost ticking through to victory here. We'll have these guys jump in their stolen vehicles. That one's pretty wrecked. That one's pretty wrecked too. We could see sort of the red parts over here. You could see on the vehicle parts that are broken off of it. So like this guy's got a broken track, so I can't really repurpose these to come over and fight for me. You guys get on that field piece. Where was it? Where was that 76? It's lost in the woods somewhere. Hold on, continue playing till we find where that last gun was. It's supposed to be right here. Why is it not visible to me? It's unmanned, it should be visible. I'm struggling to see it. Right, we just cleared out the 76. Oh, here it is, it's in the bushes. Sneaky, sneaky. And then the last thing I wanted to try and do, take our hero engineer, see if we can, there's the other gun. He's getting shot at by a machine gun. Run, you beautiful bastard. Get a grenade on that. Oh my god, he's gonna do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that didn't exactly go as planned. Oh, but our field gun actually that we stole is now shooting. Okay. Here's what we do. We let the field gun clean it up. We run our last couple of infantry in to steal whatever's out there. And I think, because there's actually a couple of vehicles, I think we've gotten just about all the Russians dead. Alright. Because there's a couple of vehicles, and it's probably going to take me a minute to repair them, but it would be very useful for us to repair them and then sell them. Maybe we'll do like a little editing cut and we'll jump ahead. We'll grab the rest of these, whatever field pieces we can. We'll finish repairing these vehicles and then we'll jump to the end, as it were. All right, so we'll catch you back here in a minute. All right, we're back. We've scavenged the battlefield. We picked up all kinds of the wreckage that we could sell it on the the Finnish black market of wreckage. We've managed to get 850 ducats, 1.2 stars, 625 munitions, and 3.8 more beakers for knowledge, which means we will be able to unlock our Landsverk. Where are you at, Landsverk? Yes, this is what we want here. We'll unlock that Landsverk. We're also going to come and we're going to unlock the command team because we want to get to call-in stage 3. Can't do it right now, but we'll get there eventually. But the Landsverk is all we need for now. I'm going to show you our loot here. We grabbed a T-37, which we don't want. We'll sell him for 73. I've already forgotten what the name of the Finnish things, Finnish money was. M-A something, ma. We're going to call them ducats right now. 73 ducats. We'll sell that off, or sell our T-37. We picked up a 76mm field gun, but we also lost the other field guns that we'd stolen, and maybe I do still feel like keeping him around. We won't get rid of him yet, though. He's worth 200 ducats. That's pretty decent. We're going to sell this other T-73, another 76mm, an older version. No, we're going to sell them both, actually. The Landsverk is all we need. We're going to sell this T-27 for 55. We're going to sell this T-26 for 73. And we stole a Maxim machine gun. We're going to sell it for 45 as well, giving us 1,600 to work with. We did go through a lot of munitions. 839 munitions to... Oh, tell you what, we'll get rid of this thing. We don't need this fire tosser thing. That was... not very good. Oh my goodness, this thing, our big flak gun here used up 430 munitions itself. Ooh, that's so expensive. But we do like him. What else used our munitions up? Most of the flak guns. All right, we got to start investing. I shouldn't have bought that new command squad. I should have bought some munitions trucks, but it's fine. We'll go ahead. We'll resupply everything we've got right now. And let's buy our brand new fancy toys. Where are they at? Where are you at? The Landsverk L62 Anti 2. Now, why do we love these guys? We love them because they've got a 40 millimeter flak gun, right? I think this is the same, an ITK-38L60. This thing is firing an ITK-38L60. Yeah, it's the same gun as we have on this larger flak piece, but we've managed to mount it on a tank hull here. So we've got ourselves 5 to 13 hull armor, 10 turret armor, which honestly is basically nothing. So pretty glass cannon-y, but one of the main benefits of having something like this mounted up on a chassis here is you're elevated, right? And as we've seen already, and as is so much the issue, being able to, you know, see over a hill, being able to see over a fence or a dugout or something and have proper line of sight on what you're shooting is huge. And this thing penetrates 62 millimeters of armor at up to 200 meters. That's like, it's pretty insanely good. A 40 millimeter flak gun, so juicy, so tasty. It also moves at a very respectable 45 kilometers per hour. Pretty good speed on that. By comparison, our trucks here move 45 kilometers per hour, so same speed on the Landsverk. It's just awesome. It takes 20 manpower, 420 ducats in order to put on the field, but we love them. We're gonna do 3 of them. Because we lost some stuff here, we don't need a truck here. We'll do 1 truck carrying this gun. We'll do 3 Landsverks. Back here, I don't know if we need everything here. So we'll drop one of these flak guns because I kind of want a little more infantry. We've definitely been running out of infantry. And then we can also get, which I haven't showed you yet, we get medics, but I don't really care about the lives of these reservists, so we're not going to worry about medics yet. What we can grab is tank crew, which are very cheap, just sort of 4 bodies of men, and they're only sort of 4 manpower to put on there. So we could put at least 1 tank crew in. And the benefit of the tank crew actually is their perks is their better mechanics. So when we go out on the field to scavenge the enemy's wreckage to sort of repurpose it, they repair twice as fast as regular infantrymen do. So we can use these. These are sort of our dedicated scavengers, or in the case that our Landsverks go down, we could try to repair or replace a crew there. But these guys will be great. That should be good fun. These guys will be great. We don't really have much in the way of like artillery to work with, so it's gonna be sort of a face-to-foot style assault here. It's all right. We'll make it work. Okay, this is a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. This guy pays out 2 beakers, 2 beaker, 400, 200, 2, I guess. We'll do the harder one. What could go wrong? We've got the Landsverk on our side. Everything will be fine. All right. Last mission for today, but I do want to show you our fun new flak tanks. We'll put them to good use. Oh my God, we forgot to bring supplies. Chat, what are we doing here? You were supposed to remind me about the supplies. If we run out of ammunition, it's not gonna go well. All right, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. We'll blitz forward. We'll take both command points before too much of the enemy comes onto the field, hopefully, and then we'll win the game before we have to spend all our ammo. Oh, goddamn it! It's a big map. It's all right. That's all right. We'll call in these guys. We'll get our infantry running here. So they're coming mostly from the northwest. We've got to take a village to the east, and then another sort of village. Okay. So actually, it's going to be really terrible. Everybody come this way. The map is so big, I don't think our defensive engineers are going to get a lot of work done for us. But maybe we could have them sort of bunkered down on this far point over here. We'll get the Landsverks called in and rolling. Okay, so we're going to shift everybody over here to the east. We're going to sort of follow up this road, and then we'll attack this village from the south. God, it is a whole freaking village. It's not so good for the Landsverks, for our new tanks, because we don't really want them in city fighting, right? It's a little suboptimal for your armor to be rolling down the street. but we'll figure it out. Okay, so we want to take the city. We want to put up like a defensive line on the north part of the city to hold off counterattacks, and then we need to sort of go back across the river and to attack the other village. We're running into some... I think we're getting some friendly fire here. Good job, Landsberg. You've killed as many of your own men as you have of the enemy. But you can see... ooh, just like one taps everything. How well that guy, the Landsverk, do. Putting some pain down. What we could do is we could take our emplaced AA here, this other 40mm, and we could stick him over here to sort of guard this crossing and the beach little area here in case reinforcements come from this direction. And then looks pretty decent. Those guys are coming up here. All right, forward. Lead by example, by Landsverk example. All right, we got a lot of infantry, so we're gonna just try and sort of push up with the infantry with a numerical and a fire advantage. Time out. Okay, we're back. We had a brief pause as a phone call came in. Oop, tank's coming. Will you guys please light them up? Yes, you did. Holy crap, the Landsverks just dominated that little armor that came in here. Okay, we want to try and lead with infantry as best we can. I'll let the Landsverks lay down some fire. There should be another Landsverk somewhere. Way in the back. You got lost. He's slacking off. We need to send him up here. Oh, they're doing so good though. I did not oversell them. They are freaking great. Alright, we'll send the infantry in. We'll roll the Landsverks forward a little bit, make sure they're still helping out. Looks great. Alright, we're on the point. There's still a lot of guys in here. You can see we're -4, so even though we're on the point, they've got more capture weight on the point than we do. That's fine. I saw that. They put some smoke down. Very wise on their part, but it's not going to save them. Alright, this actually went pretty well. So, in a happy world, God, supplies are going to be a problem. Where the tanks are actually doing pretty decent. Enemy light vehicles show up, Landsverks just instantly shadow realm them. Boom. Love that a lot. Grab all our infantry, tell everybody to bandage. They're terrible about bandaging on their own. Okay, we want to try and get like some defensive positions on the far side here. To keep the enemy from pushing into this village. Sorry, that microphone was maybe a little close to my mouth there. Okay, so, yes, let's get our engineers up here. This point is as good as ours. We could use our tank crew to start repairing some of these broken ass Russian tanks. We're gonna roll forward with the Landsberg. We're gonna keep an infantry screen in front of them. And while we're here, we're gonna try and start setting up our field guns, our coastal guns rather. Infantry, get out there, because there's still a lot of Russians coming. But the Landsberg are incredible. They're doing an amazing job. Amazing. Absolute cinema. Okay, this point is properly captured now. Good, good, good. We're gonna move these back guns up a little bit while the Landsverk hopefully hold that front line. So the plan is to try to get some sort of static defensive emplacements here to hold the line from any counterattacks. There's guys up on the hill here. The Landsverks are just shredding everything. This guy's got 30 kills, this guy's got 10, this guy's got 26 and 3 vehicles. Speaking of vehicles, T-37 here, we need to focus that, please. Hard to see. Nope, he's already wrecked. Wrecked him, damn near killed him. Okay, let's get these flak pieces up on the hill here. Let them do some of the heavy lifting. Very nice. Still some light vehicles trying to come in, and they are running into the 40mm Finnish flak cannon. Ho 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 ho, Juta solo. And looks good. We're actually repairing this broken down Russian tank. There's one up here we could try and repair too. It might be a little dangerous to come out that far to repair, but it's going great. We're actually so effectively shredding. We're shredding so hard up here. Maybe we chill for just like a little bit and we just like let the enemy reinforcements run into our defensive lines here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man, so effective. Although we can see this tank already took some shots. He's got some yellow damage on his hull. These ones are fine. Maybe we pull that guy back a bit. Get some extra building on our field guns here. Something down there's got a gun on it. Oh, that's an actual gun on the back of an armored car there. We don't love that. We can still shred that car probably once he gets in range, and he is. Please finish him before he gets any good shots off. There it is. He's dead. We got Russians trying to cross the river, but they're running into the 20 and 40mm flak we have up on this hill here. And looks pretty good. We've stolen this tank from them. I almost got it fully repaired, so that's actually going great. We've stolen this little armored car from them. Like I said, I'm sort of happy just kind of chilling for a little bit. Letting what we've got just wreck the enemy reinforcements. Again, they get a finite amount of reinforcements. Eventually they will run out of new stuff to send at us. And the endless waves of Russian infantry are certainly not getting the job done against the plethora of flak that we've got. This thing I don't even know is like a flak gun. It's just like a heavy-duty, giant caliber machine gun. But look at this kill feed. Landsverk, 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 Landsverk. The Landsverk are so good. Those 40mm cannons are just absurd. I don't want them to use up all their ammo. I guess I'm checking ammo. It looks pretty good so far. There's a satchel charge in them as well, in their inventories. Okay, let's... Can our tanks cross the water here is the question. I think they ought to be able to. Let's start moving westward because I want to kind of hit this village from the side over here. Let's get at least a couple of infantry platoons headed that ways. And we also have our defensive coastal guns almost done as well, which would be very nice. Very nice. Okay, we fixed up this little armored car as well. We'll take him home. Fixed up this fast tank. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, yes. We are able to ford this river relatively easily. That's nice. You guys stand up, please. And let's start an assault on the other village. It's going great. This one's going so well. These Landsverk are doing amazing. Their efficacy will fall off a little bit once the enemy starts having a bit more dedicated anti-tank resources. Obviously, they've got like 10 millimeters of armor, which means anything that is dedicated to punching through armor will punch through them. But for now, in this very sort of small arms fire, oof, obviously they're getting some flippin' work done out here. It's looking really nice. Alright, and our engineers have finished with our coastal guns here, so we've got this village well and truly defended at this point in time. Okay. Infantry moving up, followed by my Landsverk support. Very cool, very cool. These are awesome tanks. Finnish heavy metal. It's got to be loud as hell in there. I guess it's open top. That's nice. Okay, we're starting to get into the village. Nothing too much. Mostly some light infantry. We don't even see any machine guns or anything yet. That's good. Let's just keep sort of leapfrogging forward. Should be easy peasy, I think. Also back here, I want to make sure that we've got guys working to repair the stuff that we've stolen. Keep using our keep using the guys that have got the better repair skill in order to repair things. We always want to be stealing the enemy's equipment any chance we get, because it's just so lucrative to be able to sell. What is that? That's a machine gun there, actually. We have to deal with that before we run the infantry in. Machine gun dealt with. All right, very good. One of the nice things about this campaign against the Russians is a lot of the maps are very wide open, which makes it quite satisfying to be able to use sort of support pieces sort of creeping up behind your infantry, because you've got wide lines of sight. Before this I was just playing a campaign of the Germans pushing through or fighting off the Allied invasion of France. And there's so many hedgerows everywhere. There's so many, there's so many ditches. There's so many little towns and things. You can't get a decent line of sight to save your life. It's very frustrating sometimes. You've got some heavy armor or something really cool, and you just can't see anything to shoot it. Drives you mad. All right, I feel like we've successfully taken this village, and we're not seeing a whole lot of enemy reinforcements at this point. It looks like a nice and easy coast to victory here. This village is super secure down here. We are repairing up some of the vehicles that they attacked us with over here so that we could steal them. And we're just waiting for our victory timer to sort of tick through here. It looks great. We've even stolen a little 45mm anti-tank gun over here. Wasn't there a machine gun over here too somewhere? Yes, there's a little Maxim. Let's take the Maxim as well. Nice. Lots of loot. Lots of loot. Help us pay the bills. We do need to start remembering to bring supply with, because I feel like we're going to spend an awful lot of munitions probably to refill our Landsverks. But they were absolute champions this push through. 49 infantry kills, 4 vehicle kills here, 57 infantry, 3 vehicles, 39 infantry. Just leveling the enemy's infantry pushes. Very good. Okay, so this one is done. I'm just saying continue just for a second to make sure we finish our repairs. We steal this. Holy crap, this guy got killed. RPG. Some enemy infantry got close enough with an RPG to take out one of the Landsverks. Well, I don't love that. Wow. Close enough with an RPG. Find that man and murder him. Alright, we've gotten these vehicles all cleaned up. Is that the guy? A sapper squad leader. Go in and find that man and murder him. Well, now we gotta finish a little bit of repairs over on the Landsverk, because I don't want to leave a Landsverk on the field. I want that to come home with us. Okay, we shot a Russian dead. He might be the guy. And then, you know, some of the funny stuff you could do, actually, you could like investigate enemy units and bodies and see, like I can investigate this guy we just shot here. I could steal his bandages. I could take his ammunition if it was the same ammunition I use. 7.62. 7.62. I think that still works. Oh yeah, because we're using Russian rifles, the Mosin Nagant. We could steal his ammunition. So now that my guy's got more ammo, we can go in here. We could steal his anti-tank grenades. We could steal his regular grenades. We could take his hat. A commissar's visor. We can. What is it? One of these buttons highlights silhouettes, I think. Oh, here we go. We could pick up his gun off the ground. So some of the cool stuff you could do if you want to get really, really nitty gritty in it, right? You can look for like, and you can equip your squads better, right? Like, so we grab this guy here. This guy's only got a rifle. But if we look at what's on the ground over here, we can see there's a Chaukat M15. I think that might be a Finnish gun. So yeah, it's the Finnish machine gun here. It's because one of our machine gunners died. So I picked that up, put it on this guy. We could loot his corpse. And you could grab all his extra ammunition. So we've got ammunition for this gun. And boom, now this guy is a machine gunner, right? How flippin' cool is that? That's really, really neat. I don't often find that is super useful. Oh good, we finished our Landsverk. We'll be able to get out of the mission. Oftentimes, the most relevant use case for me is like an enemy anti-tank team, or even a friendly anti-tank team. The likes of like Panzerschrecks and bazookas and things like that are really, really effective anti-vehicle weapons. So if those guys die, you could just run, you know, a little infantryman over, pick up that bazooka, and then be a legend. But total success. Absolutely vindicated by saving up points for the Landsverk. They wrecked face. Pretty solid victory there. And now we'll get a defense mission after this. But I think we've been going on long enough. So we're going to call that here. That will be part 1 of our dynamic campaign. 2 attacks, 1 defense, and I had a good time doing it. Maybe we do. No, we'll save our research for the next time, and we'll just come into it next time. Man, pretty fun. If you guys like this, let me know. If you've got advice on how to play, let me know. If you've got questions on how to play, ask me, and I will. I'll give you my best bet. Ton of fun. Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, the Ostfront. It's really, really great. It's so much fun. If you're a single player gamer, there's a whole campaign which is kind of hit or miss, sometimes really good. But these dynamic campaigns are endless fun. You could play 100 hours of these and still be having a great time. There is a multiplayer scene. There's tons of PvP going on. They're really fun. They're very entertaining. I've done a fair bit of them myself. They're pretty cool. It's hard to get organized a little bit because like the multiplayer browser is really terrible. I will say it's hard to learn how to play the game, again, because the tooltips and the information is really terrible, but jump in, have a good time with it. It's so good, such a good game. But we'll cut it off here, and we'll do some more in the future. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.